Hello everyone, welcome again to your channel. Thanks for the click. I hope you are doing well. So as you can see, we are still dealing with some issues, topics, lessons that have to do with the teaching profession. Actually, these lessons are very important for all those who want to apply for teaching profession, either in the public sector or private sector. They are also very important for novice teachers or those who want to develop themselves professionally and so on and so forth. So today, as you can see, we are going to talk about teaching reading, and when we talk about teaching reading, we cannot ignore or deny or forget about the reading skills and strategies. These two very essential concepts to remember: the skills and strategies. What are the difference? Teaching reading actually is not only about giving students a text and have them read the text and do the related exercises. That is not what the reading lesson is all about. The reading lesson is all about the skills and strategies. So usually we teach reading, we teach reading because we want our student to read the text, comprehend the text, and do something. Now, do what? They can do different things. For example, let's say they can predict, okay? They can predict, they can answer questions. They can also try to know the main idea of the text. They can also try to summarize, for instance. Summarize what they learned. They can synthesize. They can also try to know the writers, the writers or the author's purpose of writing, why he or she wrote the text. They can also try to infer the meaning, try to do the reference exercise, referencing, or try to know the story, the theme, of the story. Not only these, students can also try to describe, so they can describe a character, for example, or try to know the meaning of words, let's say the meaning of words. Now, this is actually what we want students to do while or when reading the text. This is something that we can consider as the skills. So these are the skills. So this is what we want students to do: to predict, to answer questions, to know the main idea of the text, to summarize, to do the author's purpose, etc. These are examples of skills. Now, to do this, if we want our student to do this, we need to help them. To help our student, for sure, by training them on some strategies. So can you guess some strategies that students can use in order to do this? For example, they can survey the text. For example, they can survey, let's say, surveying the text, and when students survey the text, it can help them predict, can help them to have a general idea about the text, etc. So surveying is a strategy that can help students do some of these. So survey, they can scan, for example, scanning, they can scheme, for instance, scheme the text for general idea. Scanning is very important for example, to answer questions or to know some details in the text. So this is survey, scan, scheme. They can also use, for example, the context to read the context before the words and after the words, and this is very important for meaning of the words. It's also very important for reference. They can also try to study, let's say, study the words. This is very important for meaning of words. So the student can study the word. Is it verb? Is it noun? Is it adjective? Etc. So these are some examples of strategies that we have to train students on in order to help them do this. In order to help them, in other words, let's say, to master these skills. So these are the reading skills. It's all about what we want students to do. And when we talk about the strategies are those that would help students to do this, to do or master the skills. Very simple. Now, sometimes you might encounter or you might hear that, for example, some of these are skills. When a strategy becomes automatic, it is a skill. So this is something that we do consciously. It's something that we can train ourselves on, the strategies, in order to do this. But when these strategies become, we can say, automatic, unconscious, then we can consider them as skills. So this is very simply the difference. There is another very important, we can say, one that you have to think about, which is what we call the connections. So students, when they read a text, they can make connections. And when they say make connections, which means to connect what they learned in the text with what they learned before, to relate the text with another topic or with other subjects. Okay, for example, you give them a text in English and they try to connect what they learned, for example, in French or in other subjects like history, geography, or whatever. So that's what we call connections, to make connections. Now, what do you think this making connections is? Is it a strategy or a skill? So this is up to you to think about and let me know in a comment. So if you have any question or suggestion, never ever hesitate. As you know, see you in another episode with another lesson. Have a good time and goodbye.
When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would, I would, I would, I would. We talk on the phone every night. Love to hear your voice, not sleeping well. And I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would. Even if you're gone, I won't forget you. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. And even if you're gone, I will remember. You're all I know, what I need, and that ain't changing. If I can let